Horoscope for May 25th. Aries. You're coming into May 25th with fire in your veins and a decision sitting heavily in your chest. You've got energy to move mountains, but are they the right ones? Today, the question isn't, can I do this? Of course you can. It's, is this actually mine to carry? You're used to being the initiator, the fixer, the first to jump, but what would happen if you didn't? If you waited, listened, let it come to you for once. In love, you're realizing that intensity is not the same as intimacy. Just because someone can keep up with your energy doesn't mean they can handle your vulnerability. Professionally, you're primed for a leap, but take one breath before the launch. The right move needs courage and calibration. Bold is good. Aimless is not. Taurus. You're on the edge of something quietly massive, the kind of shift you don't announce, you become. Today brings internal tension between who you've been and who you're becoming. You've outgrown certain roles, responsibilities, and emotional bargains, but releasing them feels like betrayal. It isn't. It's liberation. In relationships, you're craving safety, but not at the cost of your own growth. If the dynamic feels unbalanced, stop smoothing it over with silence. Say what you need. Say what you don't need anymore. At work, slow progress doesn't mean stagnation. Your success is ripening. Don't dig up the seed because it hasn't bloomed overnight. This is a trust the root kind of day. Let it deepen. Gemini. There's a part of you today that wants to run, from decisions, from stillness, from the heavy truth you've been sidestepping with wit and multitasking. But the stars are setting up a challenge, stay. Sit with it. Let the silence say what the distractions are hiding. That conversation you keep half avoiding. Have it. That feeling you keep labeling as, just a phase. Name it. You're shifting identities right now, which is messy and beautiful and not always fun. But it's necessary. In love, don't flirt when you mean feel. Someone's trying to read you, make it easier. In your creative or professional life, clarity will come through doing, not thinking. Pick one idea and follow it to the end, even if you change directions tomorrow. The point is to move with intention. Cancer. Today your intuition is so loud, you could whisper the truth and people would still hear it echo. But here's the thing, you've been carrying too much. Not in the dramatic, I'm overwhelmed, way, in the quiet, invisible, I'll just hold this for everyone because I can, way. And it's too much. Boundaries aren't rejection, they're self-respect. Someone may lean on you emotionally today, and while compassion is your superpower, it isn't your obligation. In relationships, you're ready for something deeper, not just emotionally, but energetically. Stop bonding through pain. Start asking, does this elevate me? In work, your quiet consistency is creating impact. People may not say it, but they feel your presence. Let that count. Leo. There's a spotlight on your internal world today, and for once, it's not about being seen by others, it's about seeing yourself. Not the polished version, not the confident mask, but the real, raw you under the glow. You're entering a moment where self-acknowledgement matters more than external validation. In love, the question is, are you admired or understood? If it's only the former, you're not being fed, you're being watched. And you deserve more than that. In your creative life, there's an idea on the edge of becoming. Don't wait for perfect. Share it in progress. That's how real connection begins, not with the final product, but the courage to start. Virgo. You've been in, hold it together, mode for so long, you've forgotten what it feels like to just be. Today is asking you to soften. To breathe. To stop measuring your worth by your usefulness and your value by your efficiency. Let someone see you unfiltered, even if it's just you. In relationships, perfectionism is robbing you of connection. You don't need to show up flawless. You just need to show up whole. Professionally, you're being asked to lead, but not in your usual methodical way. This is heart-led leadership. Empathy as power. Let your instinct guide you, even if it breaks the rules you wrote for yourself. Libra. You're at an emotional crossroads, and the universe is no longer accepting, "I don't know," as an answer. You do know. You've known. You've just been hesitant to choose because your choice might disappoint someone. But here's the lesson: choosing yourself will always disappoint people who benefit from your self-abandonment. Today, reclaim that space. In love, you might be realizing that harmony without honesty is just emotional avoidance. Speak up. Say no. Ask for more. And if your work life feels like a loop, it probably is. Break it. One small disruption is all it takes to change the whole pattern. You're not made for maintenance. You're made for movement. Scorpio. Today pulls truth from your bones, not the polished truth you present to the world, but the primal, inner one that whispers under your skin. You're not hiding, you're shedding. There's no going back to the version of you that tolerated less than you deserved. In love, a dynamic may reveal itself for what it actually is. Don't romanticize it. Don't repackage it. Accept it. And act accordingly. In work, your insight cuts through noise like a blade. Use it. Strategically. Speak once, and mean it. Everyone will be listening. Especially the ones who underestimated you. Sagittarius. You've been half in, half out, with an idea, a relationship, a version of yourself. That's over now. Today is about full embodiment. No more toe-dipping into commitment. No more calling it freedom when it's actually fear. In love, you're realizing the right person won't restrict you, they'll expand you. Stop testing them to prove your independence. Ask instead, do I feel more like myself when I'm with them? In work or passion, the thing you think is just for fun could be your purpose in disguise. Start building it. Out loud. Capricorn. You've been strong. So strong, in fact, that people forgot you also bleed. Today is about letting someone into that quiet, unguarded space, not for pity, but for presence. You don't have to do this alone. You never did. In relationships, love isn't a contract. You don't have to perform usefulness to be worthy. In work, something stable may be limiting. You've outgrown the structure, now it's time to evolve the framework. You're not changing paths. You're changing how you walk it. Less grind. More grace. That's the lesson. Aquarius. You're on the edge of brilliance, again. But this time, it's less about the idea and more about the integration. You've had the vision. Now you need to live it. Today is about embodiment, walking your talk. Not tweeting it. Not thinking about it. Be it. In love, detachment has protected you, but connection will grow you. Let someone close enough to challenge your logic. Emotionally, you've got walls. Try a window. Professionally, your individuality is your edge. That weird thing you thought would alienate people. That's the exact thing that's going to resonate. Let it out. Pisces. You're feeling everything again, past, present, possible futures. But this time, you're not drowning in it. You're translating it. Use that. Your emotions aren't obstacles, they're guidance. Let them point you toward what actually matters. In relationships, stop shape-shifting. If you're not being met where you actually are, don't shrink to make them more comfortable. In work or creativity, your imagination is leading you somewhere new. Don't write it off as fantasy. Start building around it. The future needs your softness. The world is starved for what comes naturally to you.